Hi everyone, I'm Janet, Product Manager from IoT Smart Manufacturing team. It's a pleasure to introduce our high-performance real-time checking and locating solutions, ARTEMIS. RENITY ARTEMIS is a new pattern of positioning and checking management, which is using ultra-wideband, a real-time location system. Before we start to deeply introduce these solutions, let's take a look at this short video. What is Artemis? Artemis is the goddess of hunt in Greek mythology, and it is excellent with checking skills for managing people and assets in the field. So we maneuver our solution just like this Greek character. It offers check and high precision locating abilities to protect both valuable assets and individuals. Artemis stands for, and also it is the abbreviation of Avalue, real-time, checking, e-management, information system. Next, the RENITY ARTEMIS uses ultra-wideband radio-based communication for anti-interference, low power consumption, and long standby time to accurately find the target location through the TDOA algorithm. Although numerous technologies are appropriate for use in indoor positioning applications, UWB's low frequencies and high bandwidth mean that it can pass through both walls and other obstacles, and that it can exist in harmony with other radio signals. Altogether, this makes UWB ideal for the indoor positioning applications in multi-room environments. And based on these technical parts, ARTEMIS can help you with these three broad aspects. The first one is real-time checking for the people's safety. The other is rapid to find your asset and the people. The last one is improve the overall working performance. So let's talk about what's special and the benefit of ARTEMIS. First of all, 90% of faster to find assets. Take the texture mill as an example. There are thousands of trolleys in a large texture mill. Often the staff will spend a lot of time looking for the specific trolleys, and occasionally the trolleys may be lost. Using the location system of ARTEMIS, it can quickly find the location of the trolley. Gradually, it reduces the time for the staff to find a trolley. Secondly, it's easy to integrate with MES ERP by API. Through these integrations, it improves the user experience by accessing the single portal and improving the overall working efficiency. And the third one is, compared to other protocols like Bluetooth, Zigbee, or Wi-Fi, ARTEMIS provides high accuracy positioning, which is 13 to 50 centimeters. ARTEMIS is the most reliable and high-precision real-time location system. The fourth benefit is anti-interference. UWB radios can use frequency from 3.1 GHz to 10.6 GHz. To allow for such a large bandwidth, the FCC put in some power limits. By doing so, ARTEMIS can make use of the wideband and will not interfere with other protocols, such as Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. The last benefit is long battery life. ARTEMIS has low power consumption. Make it specifically, battery with a full charge can keep working up to half a year. And based on the different subject, for example, the visitor, a moving object, it needs to send a signal every 1 second for check-in. But some facility or equipment, they may only need to communicate every minute. And for the product, currently there are 2 models of anchor, for Model A and B. And for Model A is in white and made from the plastic, and the other is Model B is in black and made from the iron. And these 2 models are flexible for customers to choose to fit in their field and environment. Also, it's suitable for mix and match in the same field. Regarding the tag part, there are 2 types. One is the badge type, and the other is the watch type. Both have a button for numerous applications, such as a notification for calling help or assistance. They are all featuring in IP65 waterproof and dustproof. For full charging, it could live on standby mode for up to 1 month. Also, it uses a magnetic charging cable. The positioning theory of UWB and GPS is similar. For example, in this room, on the ceiling, we deploy our own base station as GPS satellite, which we call a UWB anchor, and GPS device is UWB tag. Then according to the triangle algorithm, it calculates the distance between each anchor and tag. And here is the system structure of UWB. Basically, we need 4 anchors at least to make a square sensor area and calculate the tag's position. In an open space, the distance between 2 anchors is up to 13 meters. Each anchor can handle up to 500 pieces tags. So in 20 by 20 meters square, UWB can handle and checking up to 2,000 tags. And next is how to build our ARTEMIS solutions. Totally, we get 4 steps. For on-site survey, one is customer provide floor plan to be converted to the system. Another, we offer the service for using laser scanning camera to create a 3D model, and then transfer to the floor plan. Also want to make sure all the anchors keep a clear line of sight. It means that there is no object or obstacles between the anchors. Secondly, deployment. Deployment phase, install the UWB equipment with wired or wireless to confirm all anchors' communication and time sync are stable. The third one is calibrations. Calibration verify and fine-tune positioning model and then set out the best parameters. For the last step, monitoring. Monitor the status of equipment and the network for 24/7. And it then transfers this big data into useful information in weekly or daily reports. And for the case study, there are some scenarios we can use ARTEMIS to improve the process, cost, and offer some add-on service. For health center and hospital, in the past, healthcare scheduling was manually called or displayed or reminded by the electronic signage, which made it difficult for clients to know how long they had to wait and where the next examination room was and how long they had to face before they could eat. Moreover, nurses are unable to keep tracking of their clients' movement and lead to the customer's complaints. After using our system, there are 3 benefits. The first one is the customers know the location, process, and traffic flow of medical examination by using the positioning system and make guidance. In fact, the check-up time decreases to only 2 to 5 hours per person from 4 to 8 hours. It's saving the 20% of the check-up time. Also, it increased the number of check-ups in a day from 120 to 150. Secondly, the customer's identity can be accurately identified and confirmed before the inspection by using the positioning system. It increased 23% of customer certification. The last benefit is the back-end platform can mark the location of the client in time, so the nurses can quickly find the clients. Now, one nurse could serve 6 clients instead of 4. For chemical plants, in this case, we help to avoid an accident by giving a warning alert in geofence authority areas. It can prevent vehicles from colliding with a person. Also, by analyzing the historical checks, factory managers reallocate the assets and workforce to make the best efficiency. Moreover, in the case of the chemical plants and other areas constructed of isolating materials, an anchor must be added to achieve the best positioning effects. It has to avoid the tanks and the metal pipeline. In this part, we prepare some frequently asked questions for our potential customers, and there are 5 questions. The first question is, what kind of limitation of this solution? UWB is easy to penetrate through the glass, wood, plastic, and thin wall. But in some areas, such as chemical plants, it must avoid the tanks and metal pipeline. Or we can add some anchor to ensure the radio signal is strong enough to do the positioning. Secondly, how to get the location and information of tag, and what is the process? Anchors receive the package which broadcast by tag and then forward this data to computing system to calculate. The third question is what peripheral we will need beside anchor and tag. Depends on the quantity of anchor and tag. An area with 100 anchors and 100 tags will need a computing system equipped with Core i7, 32 GB RAM, and 200 GB hard disk drive. The fourth question is, what is the regulations and certification of UWB in each country? Depends on different countries, the UWB systems will need different certifications. We have certifications include USA, China, and EU. And the last question is, what is the principle or benefit of the automatic measure distance function? When automatic measure distance function is enabled, anchor will set to two-way ranging mode, which can measure the distance between each anchors. As long as the real distance between anchors is known, we can get a relative position between them. Next, let's take a look at this product video.
Model A is the anchor made by plastic case, which has one cable, one USB channel, and one LAN port. The operating temperature can operate between -20 to 55 degrees Celsius. They can adapt well to most environments. Model B is made by metal case. The other parts are basically the same as Model A. Both anchors have mounting holes for easy deployments in various fields. ARTEMIS has two types of tag. One is bench type, which renting IP65 waterproof and dustproof renting, and has one function button for notifying manager. Moreover, it has class of battery life, reduced charging frequency. On the other hand, it's watch type. All ARTEMIS products are designed, developed, manufactured, and produced in Taiwan.
Last, I would like to emphasize that Avalue is not only a hardware provider, but also become an integrator of IoT solutions. We are glad to share more information if you are interested. Thank you for listening.